Alright, so I thought I'd just put out my thoughts on the 100th episode preview real quick, the second one, that is, the 1.5 minute one or so, because, yeah, there was another very, very brief one, but anyway, because, yeah, just watching it, even from hearing Octavia speak for the first time in canon, I guess, made me realize that, yeah, there are some things you don't realize you want.
A monster attack? Blast! I'm performing at the ceremony this afternoon, and I still haven't sorted out what to play.
Because, yeah, there's really a lot to take advantage of, and a lot of potential here with these characters we've never really formally met, and their perspective from the outside looking in at the Pony Gang, and right away you can see the episode, even just in this preview clip, really trying to take advantage of that, like with that great bit of meta-commentary from the Cutie Mark Crusaders on how two of the major things they always deal with that go hand in hand oh so well are friendship problems and monster attacks.
How am I meant to practice with a monster invading Ponyville?
Maybe it's just a friendship problem, and it'll all be cleared up in a half an hour or so.
But actually, just watching them casually fight a monster like this, one that just shows up out of the blue and causes them to Avengers Assemble like they do this all the time, makes you realize that they really haven't done this all that much. This really isn't a very big trope on the show. I mean, this is not something they do all the time. Like, the monster battles have mainly been reserved for the two-parters, in fact. That's where a monster shows up and the gang has to take it on like it's their job, and when that happens, it's a big deal. Just a monster just casually showing up and being fought off by the gang hasn't really happened, because they didn't have to fight Cerberus. I mean, and this is disregarding the comics, of course, but yeah, other than that, unless you count Trixie invading the town or the Parasprite infestation, there really haven't been any dangerous events casually fought off by the gang in an episode, so that's interesting that that's come to be seen as a trope. I'm pretty sure I've seen the fans talk about that like it's a trope in the show, and now M.A. Larson apparently sees it as one, but yeah, not exactly. In fact, on that note, you kind of have to wonder why the main characters, and only the main characters, are the town muscle, because, I mean, yes, they're all seasoned adventurers, but part of that is that they represent the elements of harmony. It's not necessarily because of their combat capabilities. Like, I mean, is Fluttershy really a better fighter than Rainbow Dash's entire team of Pegasi that she's trained, including a guy named Bulk Biceps, or Applejack's big brother who's strong enough to drag an entire house across the town and is there watching this happen? Like, Big Mac we see is just kind of standing there watching while his sister is getting attacked by this monster. Like, really? Oh, and this monster, by the way, is pretty awesome. Like, I mean, it should look really stupid, it's a bear and a bee, which sounds like a little kid's plushie, but, like, no, they managed to make it look just enough like a sin against nature for it to actually look pretty cool, it works. But yeah, I'd definitely be interested to hear the outside perspective on the main characters, because, I mean, they've been the town heroes for so long, they're just these leaders, and it hasn't really gotten that much acknowledgement, and we haven't really seen how it might affect their day-to-day lives, because, I mean, the thing with Discord's first appearance and Nightmare Moon, that got almost no acknowledgement. They pretty much went about living like they were nobodies after that, and, yeah, Twilight becoming a princess, okay, they throw in some nods to that. I mean, they had her struggling with celebrity life a little bit, because, yeah, you can't ignore that, but the others, still not at all. I mean, we really don't get to see how just watching them save the day time and again might have affected their role in the town after that. So, okay, I'm definitely interested to see that. Like, the stuff with Peanut Butter Pony from Mysterious Mare-do-Well, who the wiki says is named Amethyst Star, how she used to be one of the town's leaders before Twilight kind of came by and upstaged her. Definitely interested to hear about stuff like that.
I need to move an entire wedding from tomorrow to today.
But no pony's asked me to organize anything since Twilight came to town.
Alright, and then we have the elephant in the room. Now Derpy has a speaking voice again.
Matilda! I feel so bad about the invitations. Is there anything I can do?
Flowers!
I don't find her delivery here quite as endearing as I did with her original voice in Last Roundup, because that version seemed to convey a lot of personality in just a few short lines, but still though, this one is definitely better than the quick replacement they had for that first one, because you could tell that that one was just sort of rushed out indifferently as a quick replacement, but yeah, still this one seems to fit the character, or at least the impression I've gotten of the character so far, and it is just one clip, so maybe they'll change my mind.
What am I gonna do?
Now, if I had to nitpick one flaw, it'd be Amethyst Star's dialogue, because it's kind of phrased in a really obvious, explanatory sort of way. I need your help organizing my wedding! But no pony's asked me to organize anything since Twilight came to town. Except for that time someone did, but I told them that no pony's asked me to organize anything since Twilight came to town, so they said, oh, okay, and left, and I've been forgotten ever since. But I used to be the best organizer in all of Ponyville, so maybe I'm missing my natural calling, and this is my chance at last. Gee, I'm not conveying a lot of character just by talking about character, am I? So you'll do it? Okay. I'd say it breaks the show don't tell rule, but we do see Amethyst Star starting to take charge before Matilda realizes that she's the one, so okay, I guess it only half breaks it, but alright, so yeah, at this point that kind of thing is pretty minor, but it's still also the only kind of problem I've ever really had with M.A. Larson. I mean, he's an ambitious writer, granted, and he's made a lot of great episodes, but occasionally it seems like he gets so ambitious that he just gets caught up in the idea he's thought of and not really so much how to convey it, like not really the logical or the emotional arc of it. So, alright, if he has a pitfall here, that's probably what it's going to be, but for the time being, it looks like it's going to be a lot of fun, so I'll be looking forward to it. I hope you are too, and I'll see you at the episode.